Cryptocurrencies are tricky things, and I think for most of us, we take the view that cryptocurrencies, they're a bit suspicious, so I'm just not going to get involved if cryptocurrencies are going to be involved in the amassing of the funds for a particular transaction. I think that is perhaps an unrefined view, and I would say I'm as guilty as anyone of not understanding what cryptocurrency is exactly. So over recent weeks and months, I've sort of formed the view I ought to get to grips with it, because of course it is becoming a lot more common in transactions that people are offering to pay substantial sums towards the purchase price by the sale of crypto assets. But what I have come to learn is that crypto assets actually are probably safer than fiat currency. Okay, there are still some question marks, but probably safer than fiat currency, because if you found a £5 note sitting on the pavement and picked it up, how would you know where that money had come from? But with a crypto asset, which is a coin, it's just a word that they attach to this unit of currency. It's just an electronic digit, which is held in a wallet. It's just a word for a secure file that has a unique URL code to it. The point is that that URL code unlocks the entire history of that unit of currency. Now, unlocking the entire history of when it was created, who it was sold by, how much for, when, where, what, how, is not something we can do with fiat currency, but we can do it with electronic currencies. So if a client is offering to pay with cryptocurrency, I think we should be asking about their source of wealth generally first. Oh, good, you've got how many Bitcoin? How on earth did you afford them? Kind of questions, just to get a feel for whether or not they're the kind of client with the sorts of means to be able to buy these assets in the first place. One can apply the same questioning to shares in Greggs PLC. Then we ask about source of funds. Okay, so you want to contribute by selling that particular asset. I know you can afford it, and it happens to be worth a huge sum. So you're going to sell that asset, and I'm going to come into the cash. Fine. I would assume that there is nothing illegal about that, just as there would be nothing illegal about the sale of shares in Greggs. So if it looks and feels and seems okay against that background of questions, then assume it is. But if not, request the wallet code. And if they give you the wallet code, then you can look into the history of the coin and see its entire history. Now, okay, that might involve a certain degree of extra cost, but if the client's reluctant to deliver the code, then I would become suspicious.